What's up, nerds and nerdettes, and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am back. I'm back with a bonus midday monologue today. It's not Monday, but we have a bonus midday monologue for you anyway. And the reason we're doing this, I'm doing this. I don't see anyone else standing here with me. I don't know why I phrase things like that sometimes. But what I am doing here is I want to get traction, so to speak. I want to start a little traction here on a game that was sent to me and the 20-Sided Warriors in order to review. We got this game a few weeks back. We haven't had a chance to review it yet, simply because I have not had 4 at the table. And this game is a minimum of 4 players, 4 to 6 players, and I haven't felt comfortable trying it with 3, since it's supposed to be a minimum of 4. And this is a game called, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right, Duhr, The Lesser Houses. What this game is about is this is a game of social combat. This is a game of Machiavellian schemes and mechanisms. This is about scandal. This is about being in favor and losing that favor. This is a cutthroat game that you had better be sitting at the right table with the right friends at the right time, because otherwise you might just get on each other's nerves a little bit. I mean this in a good way. Everything I've been reading about this game, the rules, the messages back and forth between me and the game's creator, really has me thinking about this game. I've been thinking about this game a little bit more than some of the games, that I think about when I get them for review. That might be because, let's be fair, that might be because I haven't had a chance to play this, and I've kind of been really biting to try this game, and I haven't had the chance. So maybe that's why it's been on my mind so much. But in this game, you're going to be playing masters, the masters of certain houses in this sort of medieval setting. And there are greater houses and lesser houses, and you are the master of a lesser house. You don't want to be a lesser house anymore, especially now that there's an opening, so to speak, for a new great house to emerge. You want that to be yours. Oh yeah, not the other players. So you're going to engage in scandals, and you're going to engage in suspicion. You're going to be planning spies. This game really has my interest peaked. So it's a very simple game. From the rules I've been reading, it seems like it's basically just 2 actions every round. You're gonna get to take your house actions at first, and then you're gonna be able to draw a card, and then it's the next player. It's that simple. Let me see. I got some notes. I'm not just looking at my feet here, So basically you're going to be, the game is going to revolve. It doesn't resolve yet. That's the end. I haven't gotten there yet. The game is going to revolve around an accumulation of accusations that you're going to be placing on other houses. And when there's 5 or more suspicion and/or scandal cards, then that's going to cause the house to become disfavored. Though they're not out of play, things become a little bit more difficult. And then from there, if you ever have 3 or more revealed scandal cards, after this, then you're going to become vilified. And then it gets really interesting, because you're not even allowed to hold a hand of cards if you're vilified, but you're still in the game. Vilified houses have their own special actions that the other houses can't do. And I found that to be very interesting while I was reading the rules. And the game ends when there's only 1 or none favored houses remaining. And at that point, everyone's going to count up their points and see who wins the game. So yes, it is possible for a disfavored or even vilified house to still accumulate enough points and win the game and become a great house. That's something else I really liked when I was reading these rules. So there's like 5 different types of cards. Hey, I got my fingers right. Have you noticed lately I've been doing like 5, 3, I got 1. My fingers have been all over the place. So there are 5 types of cards that you're going to be getting in this game. During the course of the game, you have your house cards, which talk about who you are, what your house is, what your house's special ability is. It's going to have your house's color and sigil on it as well. And then there's the conspiracy cards. The conspiracy cards identify houses in play that you have an agent in. And by having an agent in, it'll give you the opportunity to use that other house's special house ability. So you're kind of using it against them. See, that's something else that caught my attention. There's a few that I've played, but not a lot of games where you were actually able to use the other player's special abilities against them. So I thought that was kind of cool. The event cards, and there's 6. There are 6 types of event cards in the game. There's betrayal cards, there's blackmail cards, collaborators, espionage cards, informants, and intrigue. And these cards will all help you score points because they're working against the other houses that you're using them on. Suspicion and scandal cards are another deck that comes in this game. And the suspicion cards all match to specific houses. You can only play the appropriate suspicion card on the appropriate house. However, the scandal cards can be played on any house during your turn. Now remember, you only get one thing to do on your turn. You're only doing one of the house actions. So you can't be playing all these cards at once. So there's a deep strategy right there that makes this game, that ramps the game's not playability. What do I want to phrase? It makes it difficult, but not a difficult game. It just makes your strategy a little more flowing. You have to be able to manipulate your own strategy when needed. And then finally, there's agenda cards. Now, agenda cards are the secret goals that you have, and you'll be able to score extra points. In the beginning of the game, there's 2 cards. There's a white and a black, and you're going to get a choice from one of the white and one of the black ones. The white ones are easier, but they're going to give you less points, while the black ones are a little bit harder to accomplish by the end of the game, but you're going to get more points for that. Let me see, okay. Change hands a little bit. Now I'm on this side. All right, so now, real quick, I just wanted to go over taking turns in the game. I'm not talking about how to play the game. This isn't a how-to play, but I did like everything I read about the game. So this is something I thought about, I wanted to talk about. Because like I did say, you can take only one action is all you're allowed to take, one that they call the house actions. So, I mean, what they are, you can raise suspicion, and that's basically playing a suspicion card that matches the house, and you play that on your opponent. Or you can create a scandal. As I said, they can be played at any house. You don't have to just play it on the matching sigil, the matching color. Get my finger out of that shot. You can trigger an event by playing an event card from your hand, and that'll happen immediately as soon as the card is played. Circumstances are right, you're able to use your house's ability. Each house has its own separate and unique ability, and there are times during the game when you're going to be able to do that. And the last thing you can do, which I also thought was interesting, is you can have a master stroke. You can make a master stroke, it's called. And all you got to do is discard a pair of matching suspicion cards from your hand, and that's able to help you. That's why it's called a master stroke, because you're saving yourself from something. You know, you are, where is it? Okay, you're either like negating event cards or house abilities, or even someone else's master stroke. If you throw down on someone and they're like, "Oh no, I got a master stroke," you can do it right back. I like that. Kind of like a take that aspect to the game. Now, there's 2 other things that if you are a favored house or if you are a disfavored house. Well, what I said basically was a favored house. Has all the actions. What I mean, sorry about that, is if you are a disfavored or a vilified house. So I mentioned vilified before. You don't get any cards, but you do have certain actions that only you as a vilified house are able to do. And you're able to defame someone, which is basically you get to replace a revealed suspicion, because the cards don't get revealed right away. There's circumstances that will reveal them. If you defame someone, you're going to be able to reveal what the suspicion is just by discarding a scandal card. You can expose, which is to reveal a concealed card on any house, on any other player. And you can scandalize, which means that you get to take a scandal card from the disc pile. The disc pile. Sorry, I'm not wrong with my mouth either. And then you're able to play it on any house. Because remember, technically, you as a vilified house are not allowed to hold any cards at all. So these are the only 3 actions you can take. Now, if you're a disfavored house, that's a little bit different. Because if you have more than 3 cards in your hand, you're going to have to blindly draw 2 of them for you to play. So, you know, you may have had a plan. You may have known what you were going to do next. But now that you've become disfavored, you randomly draw 2 of your cards, and maybe what you wanted to do didn't get drawn. So your plans are going to have to be fluid to a degree. That's something else I like about reading this game. And that's really basically how the game goes. After you do your house action, you're gonna be drawing cards again. If you have no cards in your hand, you're simply going to draw 2 cards. Otherwise, you can either draw a card, or you may either draw 1 card or discard a card from your hand and then draw 2. And then your turn's over, it moves on to the next player, and this is going to go back and forth until, like I said, there's either one or no favored houses in play, and then the points will be added up. The backstabbing of this, is the phrase I used at the beginning of the video, this Machiavellian backstabbing, house versus house for great superiority. I'm really looking forward to playing this. I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to play it this weekend. There's a lot on the table this weekend. But I want to start talking about this game a little bit more. I've had this game for a few weeks. Like I said, I've been reading about this game. This game has me really excited. This is not a Kickstarter game. This is not a game that's going on Kickstarter. This game is just going direct into production. There may be, this is by Devious Weasel Games. Now, they should have some copies of the game at Origins this year, 2018, and they're definitely going to be having a huge stand at Gen Con. So if you're going to Origins or you're going to Gen Con, keep your eye out for Devious Weasel Games, and definitely keep your eye out for Duhr, The Lesser Houses. Again, I hope I'm saying that right. I know it's D-U-H-R. The U is pronounced like the double O, like Doom or Loom or Tomb sound. So Duhr. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am, because I really like this game. And I haven't even played it yet. If that changes, I'm going to let you all, as we play, I'm letting you guys know either way. But, yeah, I wanted to talk about the game. I've been sitting on it for a few weeks. I'm sorry I haven't got a chance to get to it. Like I said, everything I'm reading about this game and the rules and talking with Jim Philly, the creator of the game, I'm really excited about this. So I hope to get that to you soon. Keep your eye out for it. It's definitely worth checking out. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and I am out of here.